Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to my parlor. Of course, I've been gone for like a month, so I hope all has gone well with you guys. Oh, God. No. You went out before I could actually light the other incense. I hope all has been going well with you guys for the month of March. I had a great month, honestly. Well, I had an excellent start to the month, and my month didn't go quite as expected, quite as planned. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked, but I got a good portion done, enough to make me feel like I wasn't completely lazy and slobbily, you know. What can I say? I am easily enthused these days, I guess. I don't know. And you guys might notice a little flicker over here. It's because I got Harold, as you can see, my plant Harold. He's a little bright right now because I have the curtain open for him. But I got him a few pets. I got him 3 pets and ended up having a 4th as a stowaway. So if you see a little movement darting around in this aquarium, it's because there is definitely life in there, guys. There's seaweed, Harold's roots are sitting in there, and I've got a tetra and a neon tetra, as well as a frog in there. So if you see a frog running around, that's just Jack. He likes to run around. And they've been here for 3 days now. And today is the day that I'm gonna make sure everything gets cleaned up. I'm not sure where Jack went. He's usually pretty active during the day. So we'll have to see. Alright, guys. Enough of me over here. As you guys can see, I've got a new setup, and you can't see it right now. Give me a second. I'll show you real quick. I actually have... Let me get myself back into studio mode here. I actually have my cards next to my sewing machine, so they are just kind of sitting there in the background where you guys can't actually see them behind my head. But the whole point is to be able to see the entirety of the desk and what I'm doing with my hands. So I'm not too worried about that fact, right? Okay, however, the routine is the same as usual, guys. So of course I'm doing the loud part first. Sorry, I keep looking up at my screen because that's where my OBS is right now. I'm dual monitoring, guys. I'm getting fancier and fancier. I told you guys, all of these channels are a work in progress, and it's progressing. It's just progressing slowly. So now I don't just have the window to stare out. Luckily, I don't have my neighbor's wind catcher anymore. I'm trying to talk to myself. Sorry, guys. I don't have my neighbor's wind catcher to catch my eye anymore. But if I need to think or have a calm moment, keep looking up there. Then I have Harold in the gang. So, the main tetra, the regular tetra, his name is Theta. You guys, as far as my brain is concerned, is up here on the screen, sorry. His name is Theta. And then the neon tetra, His or hers, I should say. That one's name is Sigma. And for any of you severe Doctor Who fans, if you know, you know, right? And then I got the frog, which I named Jack. 1, 2, could have been a 3, but that's okay. There's definitely 3 cups. Alright. Now, we also discovered a snail yesterday. It's this little tiny baby snail, just roaming up and down the wall. I haven't seen him yet today, but I also haven't seen Jack yet today, so. And I'm going to be naming him Alpha. Not, I mean, if you know Doctor Who, you know that all 3 names are in the Doctor Who thing, but, oh, interesting. But Alpha is not something that I know of from Doctor Who, necessarily. Now, I haven't seen all of the new Who, so. Okay. Now I'm going to back my mic up just a bit, so I might get a little quiet. And mic and mouse are dancing. Hold on, let me separate those cords. Okay. So I've got one of these. I've got my light up as much as I can, guys. It's, sorry, let me see if I can turn it up just a little bit more, because I say I got it up as much as I can, but I don't know that I do. I just know that it's really bright for my eyes. Oops, sorry. Up, 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 up. Oh. Ow. Okay, I think that flash was telling me that that is as high as it'll go. Okay, so, hopefully you guys can see it a little better. Yeah. It's this turquoise and brown kind of earth tone sphere. Earth tone clay sphere. We also have this kind of almost a creamy looking lavender heart that tried to escape. Sorry, guys. We have a green Z, which also wants to escape. Sorry. Not used to the new placement yet. Sorry, guys. Green Z. Well, technically it's a silver Z in green, but we'll call it a green Z anyway, right? And then we have Secret. Doesn't matter, but on the back it says Beauty. We have Secret. Now hopefully I'll be able to see those better in the short than I think I'm going to. I might have to move my placement for those beads around. But that is okay, guys. Not a problem whatsoever. As you guys can see, I gave Buddha a placement where he doesn't have to keep being removed and replaced. Come on, fold in. Okay. Bring my mic back down a little bit, guys. That way it's close to my face. It makes it a lot easier for me. So, of course, as you guys know, in the middle of March, at the beginning of March, that weekend, I went to Florida. I went to Florida to visit with some friends, find out if I enjoy airsoft, which Spoiler, I definitely do. For sure. I definitely like it, guys. It's fun. It kind of tripped the trigger of the things I was taught as a kid, but it also tripped this video game trigger in my head too. I only went out for one round, but I got out a couple times, and during that period I was kind of just watching everybody, seeing what to do. And then the third time I came out of respawn, or I should say came out of spawn, I came out pretty hard. Ended up getting 3 people. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good even without, I mean, even before I had gotten some people out. It was fun. It really was. And then, of course, there's the camaraderie, because it was friends. Not only that, guys, but the trip. Some of the states were much easier to breathe in. Including, guys, Florida. I'm sorry. I'm realizing how far my mic is, so I'm taking it out of the scene. Sorry, guys. I don't want to do that. Let me rejigger the way my drinks are over here so that I can... I don't need my lighter anymore. There we go. I want that to be able to be seen, guys. Sorry. I don't like taking my cards off camera. What can I say? The reason I don't like taking my cards off camera is because I was trained to watch for charlatans. I was trained to root out charlatans. And I was trained to expose charlatans from a very young age. That's part of the Bohemian Gypsy education. Okay. So, of course, interesting. We never take the bottom of the deck, guys. I know you hear people talking about, oh, we cut to the bottom. At the bottom of the deck is... I don't do that stuff. Okay. So, just a quick reminder, since it's been a little while since we've done these cards. The first 3 are your up till now, and the next 4 are your guidance or warning or whatever. And then we'll expand from there as needed. So, now, I don't presume to pass judgment here. I don't know you from Adam. I don't know what your situation was, or how it was, or why things ended up falling the way they did. And so therefore, you know, I'm going to say this with as much sympathy and empathy as possible. However, it seems like you were someone who, you had your struggles in life, just life in general. And these struggles did make things, you know, a little harder here and there. You were naive in the ways of the world. You were attempting to go for greatness. And you worked diligently to do so. Sometimes maybe at the detriment of things you might have wanted / needed in your life. Yes, I said needed. The D didn't come out so great, I know. Anyway. And through this, you learned to be a caring, kind, supportive person. The type who would help people in need when you see them. However, you're also the type of person who's more measured in that graciousness. It's not so much that you would like to help people as you help people you feel is deserving. Though, I would argue, are you sure you know what deserving is? But that's the thing, though, is then there's the judgment card, right? So you naively went about in your world. Sorry, trying to figure out exactly where to hold these is not... see, now my brain's looking at both the monitors again, because I'm trying to figure out where to hold the cards, and figuring out where to hold the cards also entails my brain trying to figure out where everything else is. It's the same thing that causes panic attacks when I wake up alone, so don't always know where everything lies and is supposed to be. Your generosity, you're willing to give, is commendable but measured. And because of it, there has been the feeling of judgment coming in to you. You feel... I'm just going to go ahead and lay these out for me, honestly. Because it's going to be hard for me to do this to show you guys. As where the camera is right now, it's a little too far, you know. So, right now, my feeling is, again, you wanted to do something great. You did. And that's noble and honorable. And you did nobly and honorably commit to charity and all. But according to the cards, you may have also committed to judgment of the people you were helping, which leads to judgment of yourself. Because, of course, the universe has the question, who are you to judge? As it always does. So, we start with today. This isn't wholly clear here. So it has you, these cards are having you show up as that judgment, assuming you take it the right way. You learn the lessons you're supposed to be learning from it. Has you at a King of Cups. Now, King of Cups. Cups and Wands. You guys... Okay, so the person I'm reading for is very earthy. Very, very earthy here, okay? Very earthy. And I say that because in the Bohemian style, wands and cups are of the earth. Swords and pentacles are of man. The natural versus the material. Give me something to explain. Okay. So, you're somebody who currently has a partner in life. Now, this is, as many readers will tell you, there's an inherent ambiguity to the cards, and that is on purpose. We added an inherent ambiguity to the cards because you're not supposed to be reading the cards. You're supposed to be reading your brain with your cards as a focal point, guiding your intuitions. So, that's the reason for the inherent ambiguity in a lot of the cards. Hello, Sigma. Hello, Theta. Technically, it's Theta Sigma. And again, if you're a big Doctor Who fan, you might actually know what that is. Anyway, so according to this, through this judgment, you become a King of Cups. But this King of Cups that you've become is having nightmares. These nightmares are of a younger, more headstrong, more materialistic version of yourself coming in. Strong, hard, and fast. Excuse me. Oh my lord. And moving quickly from the Knight of Swords, which is material sorrows, to the Knight of Pentacles. And there is a worry that this younger version of yourself that you see coming in, the best way I can describe it is like a pride of lions, where there is a younger lion who is ready for a pride, stalking around, looking for a pride with a weaker, older male, and coming in, attacking that male, and attempting to take over that pride, right? That's what this is kind of giving me. You're having nightmares of it, or daymares, or, you know, you're in your head about it. And it's all over this Queen of Pentacles. You're afraid that this Queen of Pentacles here is about to leave in haste. With this young buck, as it were. He's still in his headstrong phase. He or she, whoever the person you're worried about is, they're still in their headstrong phase. They're still rushing forward. They know what to do. They have the right idea. They have the right training. Even if you've gotten to a point where you finally figured out that the world isn't exactly as you want it to be. Be honest with you guys, these cards are really telling me a story, but there's so much more I'm not quite seeing yet. Okay. Didn't quite get those in there, guys. It's alright. They still bend back in, so it's fine. Okay. Actually, I might have to look for Jack. I'm a little worried now. He's usually shown up by now, guys. He's pretty excitable. I see. So the fear here is that he or she will entice your partner to walk away. That will give them a happier life, possibly, you think. Or you think that's the enticement, being enticed to a better life, better partnership. But you think it's trickery. You think it's trickery. You think it's trickery. Is the trickery the Emperor? No. So you think that this person who is coming for your partner, that you think is coming for your partner, is an Emperor, essentially. And that he will magically be able to convince your partner. That's your nightmare scenario, right there. But we need to know for sure. This is more of a I don't know what might be going on kind of reading, guys. This doesn't feel like a warning or a kudos or anything like that. This feels like somebody needs an answer. So let's see if we can find it. The likelihood of this actually being a real event. First, because it does seem like this person is having nightmares. First, let's go for the obvious question. Is this nightmare the truth of reality? Is it the truth of reality that I can't flip this coin because it's way too freaking heavy for me? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get it to flip, guys. Hold on. You know what? I am gonna... It flipped pretty good the first time. I'm so sorry. No. Guys, you know my yin for randomizing this stuff. It's all a part of the show. So let's make sure this is random. Nope, it's not big enough for it to... Okay. That's fine. See, I'm loud as hell, right? Okay, no. We're gonna do it 2 more times because... Yes. Because this is random chance, guys. Random chance. And if this is actually telling me a truth or not, then it needs to be able to have that chance to tell me it's not random. No. Okay. Yes. Yes, random chance exists in large numbers. Of course it does. I am far from a stranger to statistics, guys. But the rule of large numbers when it comes to statistics is the larger the coincidences, the less chance it's likely to be. Okay, so according to the coin, this is not something you actually have to worry about. This is not something you actually have to worry about. The worry is something greater. The worry is well, not necessarily greater. The worry is something different. The truth of the situation is less that your partner sees someone that entices them. And more that your domestic bliss is not blissful. Let's see where the judgment comes in. Let's see. Third parties and growing you like a flower. So one or both of you have been entertaining other people. It's not that somebody might come in and take your partner. It's that both of you have been, shall we say, playing around a little bit with each other. So, after finding out that that is not the nightmare is not what you have to worry about. Got these. As you can see, all of them are... Hold on, let me take this back down a bit. Sorry, the monitor's in the way. Really don't... Oh, sorry guys, I really don't need this much. I know there's a glare and all that, but you'll be fine. Anyway, so we've got the Six of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. We have this one, where it looks like she is... She goes from upset to happy while walking out the door. It's a little hard to see those faces, but that's what it is. And then got all these cups that are spilling everywhere, sticky hair and mess on the floor and in her dress. And then you have a mess of wands, just trying to clean everything up. And then when I ask for clarification, I get this. And then this. So, classically, Three of Wands is the third party card. A lot of people will say, oh, this doesn't mean an affair, but there's a reason why it's a heart that they're stabbing. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be an affair, but it feels like one or both of you were entertaining other people as well. And whichever one of you is the masculine, the more, definitely male. And I don't mean like leadership or any of that damn shit, because that has nothing to do with whether you're masculine or feminine. In fact, leading a household is far more leadership than any kind of business will ever be, you know? Just saying. But yeah, this person who was in the feminine energy in this relationship seems like they watered and fertilized the ego of, or whatever, of the masculine in this relationship, and between the third party issue and the ego boost and nauseum, it seems like there is definitely an imbalance issue as far as this relationship was concerned in the first place. But the thing is you're just noticing this. That's why you're getting these nightmares. That's why they're starting up. That's why you feel like someone is coming after your chosen life partner. Because the relationship was not balanced. Someone, or both of you, were entertaining other people, not keeping your eye on the relationship, and one was giving far more than the other. And unfortunately, well, nothing works that way. Let me see. I don't know if there's any... You saw what it did, guys. These cards are a little stiff, but you saw what it did. Temperance, 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups. I don't know if I want to take these because they did just literally fall out. I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. Y'all know I shuffle a lot, but I didn't even get a chance to shuffle, so I don't know if I should take these. It definitely gives me conclusion had I took them, but I don't know. I don't know that that's what I should be doing. Alright, guys. You should have seen Jack swimming around like a madman by now. I wonder where he is. And I have to take my little net in there and find out. Jack was a little bit of a worry for me, though, because there was a dead frog in the tank when the guy gave it to me, so I kind of wondered if Jack would be okay. But Theta, even from the same tank, Jack and Theta are not the same breed because they're two completely different things, right? Don't worry, guys, I'll feed them here in a bit and see if Jack will come out. Double arms. Okay. Emperor. Okay. Death. I see. Okay. So, what this tells me right here is you haven't fully became the King of Cups. You see yourself as the King of Cups, but you're of a twin aspect, both King of Cups and King of Wands. Which did kind of make me wonder. I mean, you don't handle people with money well. People and money well, people and charitably dealing with money well, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how to word it. You're not good with dealing with money and charity and all that. You're good with money, you're good with charity, you're not good with both at the same time. Not sure how else to word that, I guess. But this emperor here doesn't represent an emperor. It doesn't represent anything. This emperor is a figment of your imagination. There may be somebody that your partner's talking to. There may be people who are trying to talk to your partner. There may be any number of that going on. But this nightmare scenario is in your head. And the Emperor actually doesn't represent a person. It represents an ending. Either to this partnership or to the dynamic that this partnership has been, I'm going to say, floundering in, actually. So, yeah. Now, of course, guys, normally I do confirmation cards. I don't think I really need to do confirmation cards today. This was a full, let's see what the hell just happened kind of reading. And what the hell is about to happen. And why. So, to the original cards. You were at a Knight of Wands. You were naive, but still gung-ho, headstrong, and believed you understood the ways of the world. You got to a point where you had some kind of currency in the world. And you did the right thing, mainly because you knew it was the right thing, not necessarily because you felt it. But you did do the right thing, and you were charitable. You tried to help people. Even if that charity was marred by judgment, you did try. A second, guys. Make myself a very strong 6-packet tea. But with this mug, it really only lasts 2 cups. And in your judgment, those who were and were not worthy of your help, you garnered a judgment of your own. Now, you are on your way to becoming, or attempting to become, the King of Cups. Yet, in this, you are having nightmares. Those nightmares are of your partner leaving you for the Emperor. You are having very vivid nightmares. Nightmares that detail out the situation. And to be quite frank, when we have nightmares that detail out a situation in its totality, especially if it's something we never wanted to happen in our lives, chances are it's our brain, our subconscious. The one thing that knows exactly the biggest nightmare scenario for us. Of course, it's going to be the one thing that attacks us that deeply. Sorry. More loose stuff on the top because I put more tea in, so. But this is not the case. In fact, this is your brain projecting, knowing that there is something wrong here, knowing that this relationship has been strained, and knowing what has strained it. at least subconsciously. So your brain has created this emperor to try to help you understand the judgment that this all has created. This emperor is your warning that things are about to change for you. Because the death card, as we all know, is the card of change. Is the card of a new door opening and this one closing. And your mind is absolutely afraid of what comes next. Of what you've lost. And what decisions led you to that loss. So, that is today's reading, guys. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a nice picture of this, do my shorts, get it up for you guys. It's going to be a little while, but it's going to be there. And, you know, as always, guys, I really hope whoever this reading is for, I hope this gets to you in time, because if it does, you might actually be able to fix this. And I think we both know how much happier your world might be if you can get this fixed. And maybe, hopefully, you will take this as a lesson for the next time you have a chance to break someone's heart. Or the next time you allow someone else to break your heart and then feed your ego. Because one of your hearts was broken out of this. And your ego got fed by your partner so much. Or maybe you're the partner and you fed their ego. And now you feel like it's time to trim them. But either way, change is a-coming. And hopefully this all goes right. And that change will not be bad. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I've got so much to do, including getting all this edited up for you guys. So, don't forget, guys, doesn't matter who you are, I love you. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video.